October 9th, 2025. Interstate 85. Outside Atlanta. Torrential rain. A helmet camera records everything. Timestamp 14:37:22. The rider's doing over 100 in traffic. Speedometer visible bottom right corner. 103 miles per hour. Weaving between cars doing 70. White Camry. Gray pickup. Silver sedan. All obstacles. 2 Georgia State Patrol cruisers in pursuit. Headlights flashing. Then a third joins. Unit 47. Silver Dodge Charger. The influencer known as Dancing Moto doesn't stop. Silver cruiser pulls alongside. Driver's window level with his shoulder. You can see the officer's face in the reflection of a passing car window. Another moves in front. Blue lights strobing. They're boxing him, slowing him, forcing him toward the shoulder. Wet asphalt. Rain so heavy the white lines are barely visible. No traction. The bike starts sliding. You can hear the front tire losing grip. High-pitched squeal. Dancing Moto loses control. Crashes into the guardrail. Metal scraping. Sparks visible even in daylight. Tumbles onto the pavement. Helmet cam still recording. Timestamp 14:38:09. 47 seconds total chase. He's down. Left arm bent wrong. Not moving fast. Then one of the patrol cars rolls over him. Timestamp 14:38:14. Front left tire crosses his torso, pins him underneath. You can hear him screaming. The audio is visceral, raw. Timestamp 14:38:29. 15 seconds pinned. Then the vehicle reverses. Millions watch this footage go viral. The question everyone's asking isn't whether police were justified. It's whether this was tactical containment or something else. Because the helmet cam shows details the official reports don't mention. And what Dancing Moto's team isn't saying might be more important than what they are. The influencer built his following on motorcycle dance videos. Helmet on, bike in background, dancing to trending sounds, gas stations, gyms, his driveway, innocent content, family friendly, wholesome even. 200,000 followers across TikTok and Instagram, not massive, but loyal, engaged. Then October 9th happened, and everything changed. Because the helmet cam footage that went viral, Dancing Moto recorded that. Not police dash cam, not bystander video, his camera, which means he was filming during a police chase, which raises questions. Why was his camera rolling? Did he plan to flee? Was this content? And if he recorded it, why did his team release it? Because releasing footage of yourself running from police doesn't help your legal case, unless the footage shows something that helps a different case. Against the police. Let's go back. Before the chase. Before the crash. Before Dancing Moto was fighting for his life in an Atlanta hospital. Who is he? Real name unknown. Age unknown. Background unclear. His social media shows dancing. Motorcycles, gym content, strength training. That's it. No interviews, no podcast appearances, no real biographical information. He's anonymous by design, which is strange for an influencer. Most want recognition, fame. Dancing Moto wanted followers, but not identity. Almost like he was protecting something or hiding from something, and that matters now. Because when police investigate the crash, they can't find much on him. No prior arrests in Georgia, no traffic violations, no record. He appears out of nowhere, builds a following, then gets into a high-speed chase that nearly kills him, and nobody knows who he really is. Subscribe because we're hunting down the viral moments that don't make sense, where the official story and the footage tell different tales, where influencers become evidence, and where one camera angle changes everything. Here's what we know about October 9th. Dancing Moto was allegedly speeding on I-85. Georgia State Patrol attempted a traffic stop. He didn't pull over. Chase ensued. Lasted approximately 1 minute based on the footage. Ended with tactical maneuver forcing him off the road. Crash. Then one cruiser rolled over him. Those are the undisputed facts. Everything else is interpretation. And the interpretations are wildly different depending on who's telling the story. Police version: dangerous motorcyclist, excessive speed, refused lawful stop, led officers on chase in hazardous conditions, rain, limited visibility, high traffic volume, tactical intervention necessary to prevent civilian casualties, standard PIT maneuver adapted for motorcycle, subject crashed, officer's vehicle inadvertently made contact during containment, subject sustained injuries, taken into custody, standard police chase narrative, textbook language, designed to shield from liability, Dancing Moto's version, posted from his Instagram while hospitalized. Our brother Dancing Moto was involved in a devastating motorcycle accident. Left him in critical condition after being struck and ran over, which caused severe injuries. He's now fighting for his life in what can only be described as his darkest hour. Notice the phrasing: struck and ran over. Not hit accidentally, struck, deliberate action, ran over. Not drove over inadvertently, ran over. Intentional language, legal language, lawsuit language. The post positions are Dancing Moto as victim. Doesn't mention fleeing police. Doesn't acknowledge the chase. Just motorcycle accident. Struck, ran over. Critical injuries. That's narrative control, and it's effective. Comments flooded with support. Prayers. Outrage at police. GoFundMe raised thousands. All without acknowledging Dancing Moto ran from police. But the helmet cam footage complicates both versions, because what the video actually shows is neither clean police work nor innocent victim. It's chaos filmed from inside the chaos. Rain, speed, poor visibility. The helmet cam perspective puts you inside Dancing Moto's head. Literally, you see what he sees. Two cruisers attempting to box a motorcycle on wet pavement at highway speeds. Dangerous for everyone involved. The footage shows Dancing Moto lane splitting between cars doing 70, weaving through traffic like they're standing still. Officers in pursuit but maintaining distance initially. Not aggressive, not attempting contact, just following. Waiting for the right moment. Then, tactical change. One cruiser accelerates hard, engine roaring audible even over wind noise and rain. Pulls alongside the motorcycle. Driver's window level with Dancing Moto's shoulder. That close, that intimate. Another cruiser moves in front. Coordinated maneuver, textbook containment procedure. Force the target to slow down between two vehicles. Squeeze play. Works on cars, questionable on motorcycles, because motorcycles don't slow predictably on dry pavement. On wet asphalt and torrential rain, exponentially more dangerous. Watch what happens next, frame by frame, and you'll see where everything goes wrong. Silver Cruiser alongside Dancing Moto. Matching his speed. The speedometer visible in the bottom corner of the helmet cam. 103 miles per hour. In rain so heavy the windshield wipers on passing cars can barely keep up. Second cruiser moves in front. Brake lights flash, creating squeeze. Classic pursuit tactic. Dancing Moto has 3 options and approximately 2 seconds to choose. Brake hard and risk rear-ending the front cruiser or locking the front wheel and going down. Accelerate and try to punch through the gap before it closes completely. Or maintain speed and hope they back off. He chooses option 1. You can see his right hand squeeze the brake lever. Front brake. Too hard. Too fast. Rookie mistake. But wet pavement plus aggressive braking plus motorcycle physics equals disaster. The front wheel locks. Immediately. The bike starts sliding. Front tire losing traction. Handlebars oscillating. Tank slapper beginning. Dancing Moto compensates. Releases brake slightly. Tries to regain control. Too late. Momentum carries him toward the shoulder. White line, rumble strips, then guardrail approaching fast. Impact. The helmet cam jerks violently. Audio explodes. Metal scraping. Bike tumbling. Dancing Moto separates from the motorcycle, slides across wet pavement, comes to rest. Helmet cam shows sky, then pavement, then guardrail. Disorienting chaos. Instead of stopping behind Dancing Moto, one of the cruisers keeps moving forward. Not fast, not aggressive, just doesn't stop. Rolls right over him, pins him underneath the vehicle, and stays there for approximately 15 seconds based on audio timestamps. 15 seconds of Dancing Moto screaming underneath a patrol car, while other officers exit their vehicles, while bystanders watch, while his helmet cam records everything. That's where the controversy explodes, because those 15 seconds are the difference between accident and excessive force. Accident means the officer didn't see Dancing Moto on the ground. Rainy conditions, poor visibility. Momentum carried the vehicle forward before braking. Unfortunate but unintentional. Excessive force means the officer saw Dancing Moto down, chose to drive over him anyway, or stopped on top of him deliberately. Punishment, retaliation, statement. And the helmet cam doesn't clearly show which one happened. The audio is horrific. Dancing Moto screaming. But the video angle doesn't capture the officer's line of sight. Doesn't show whether he saw the rider before or after making contact. Ambiguous evidence, which means both sides can claim their version is accurate. Now here's what makes this legally complicated. Georgia State Patrol hasn't released dashcam footage, haven't released official reports beyond basic incident summary, haven't commented publicly beyond confirming the chase occurred. Radio silence. Standard procedure during investigations, but also convenient, because without police footage, the helmet cam is the only visual evidence. And the helmet cam was released by Dancing Moto's team, which means they control the narrative, control what viewers see, control the angle, literally and figuratively. They released approximately 1 minute of footage, but the chase could have been longer. The helmet cam could have recorded more. What happened before the released clip starts? What happened after it ends? Why show only this specific segment? Because it's the most damaging to police? Or because showing more would complicate Dancing Moto's victim narrative? Let's talk about what the footage doesn't show. Dancing Moto's speed before police engaged. How fast was he going? Police claim excessive speed, but the helmet cam starts mid-chase. No context. No evidence of initial violation. We see him going fast during the chase. But did police have legitimate cause to stop him initially? Or was this pretextual? And why was his camera already recording? Dancing Moto's content shows him filming dance videos, not rides, not traffic. Dancing. So why was the helmet cam on during regular highway riding? Coincidence? Or was he filming specifically because he planned to run? Because he wanted footage of the chase? Because this was content from the start? 3 days after the crash, Dancing Moto's team posted hospital photos. Image 1, left forearm. Road rash covering elbow to wrist. Second-degree burns visible. Skin grafts needed. Image 2, neck and shoulder. Bandages covering collarbone area. Abrasions underneath. Image 3, full body shot. IV lines in both arms. Oxygen cannula. Heart rate monitor showing elevated pulse. 107 beats per minute. Blood pressure cuff. Multiple monitors. The injuries are real, documented, severe. The caption emphasizes critical condition. Life-threatening injuries. Doctors working around the clock. GoFundMe link. The post generated massive sympathy. 14,000 comments, 600 shares. Donations rolling in. But notice what's missing from the photos. No face shown. Identity protected. No mugshot. No arrest band. Just injuries. Just victim status. Meanwhile, some social media users started questioning the story. Posted alleged mugshots of Dancing Moto. Claimed he was arrested, not just hospitalized. Suggested the injuries were exaggerated for sympathy. accused him of fleeing to create viral content. The influencer motorcycle community split. Some defended him. Cops are too aggressive. Motorcyclists are targets. This is why we don't trust police. Others condemned him. You run, you accept the consequences. Don't cry victim when you cause the situation. The debate raged across platforms: TikTok, Reddit, Twitter. Everyone had an opinion. Few had facts. Here's what almost nobody noticed. Dancing Moto's Instagram went dark immediately after the hospital posts. No updates, no statements, no clarifications, radio silence. The GoFundMe stayed active. Donations kept coming. But Dancing Moto himself? Gone. His team claimed he was too injured to communicate, focused on recovery. But that's strange, because influencers don't go silent during their most viral moment. This is when you capitalize. Post updates, thank supporters, build the narrative. Silence suggests something else. Legal advice, lawyers telling him not to say anything, because anything he posts could be used against him in criminal court or civil court, depending on what charges might follow. Let's examine potential charges. Fleeing and attempting to elude, felony in Georgia, reckless driving, endangering motorists. None confirmed, no arrest announced. But the silence from both sides suggests legal maneuvering. Georgia State Patrol investigating whether to charge. Dancing Moto's lawyers preparing defense or preemptive lawsuit. Both waiting, calculating. Compare this to similar cases. Brazilian fitness influencer Armando Fagacha, Miami Beach, May 2025. Ran over a police officer during traffic stop, fled, crashed, arrested. 5 felonies. That case was straightforward. Dancing Moto's case, murkier. Ambiguity everywhere. Litigation could go either direction. Criminal charges against Dancing Moto. Civil lawsuit against Georgia State Patrol. Both. Neither. Now here's the theory that explains everything. What if this was planned? Not the injuries, not the severity, but the chase, the footage, the viral moment. And here's why that theory isn't just speculation. October 2nd, 2025, 1 week before the crash, Dancing Moto posted to his Instagram story. The post was deleted, but Internet Archives preserve everything. Screenshot shows, "Big content coming soon, you're not ready." Posted at 9:47 p.m., visible for approximately 2 hours before deletion. Multiple followers captured it, shared it in motorcycle forums. Nobody thought much of it at the time. Influencers tease content constantly, but after the crash, that post hits different. Big content coming soon. 1 week before a police chase. You're not ready. For what? Viral footage of excessive force? Motorcycle, fire, destruction? He was advertising it before it happened. Think about it. Dancing Moto's an influencer. Small following. 200,000. Needs breakthrough content. Regular dance videos aren't cutting it. Growth flatlined. Engagement dropping. He needs something big. Something controversial. Something that gets millions of views. A police chase. That's viral gold. Especially if he frames it right. Positions himself as victim. Shows police aggression. Generates outrage. So he posts the tease. Starts filming. Starts speeding. Waits for police to engage. Then runs. Captures everything on helmet cam. Releases the most damaging segment. Builds the victim narrative. And watches it go viral. Exactly as planned. The injuries weren't planned. That's where it went wrong. He expected to escape. Expected thrilling footage of him evading police. Got violence instead. Got pinned under a cruiser instead. Almost died instead. The plan backfired catastrophically. But the victim narrative salvaged it. Turned disaster into sympathy. Turned near death into GoFundMe. Turned legal jeopardy into 600,000 followers. Evidence supporting planned content theory. 1. Camera was recording before chase started. Helmet cam timestamp shows recording began at 14:35:11. Chase started 14:37:22. 2 minutes 11 seconds of pre-chase footage not released. Why? What happened in those 2 minutes? 2. Instagram tease 1 week prior. Big content coming soon. Deleted but archived. Suspicious timing. 3. Footage released by his team. Not leaked. Not obtained through FOIA. Voluntarily published. Control over narrative. 4. Only 1 minute shown. Full recording likely longer. Selective editing. 5. No context before chase. Hides potential wrongdoing. 6. Victim framing in all statements. Professional PR strategy. 7. Silence after going viral. Legal advice. 8. Following tripled. From 200,000 to 600,000. Career breakthrough achieved. 9. GoFundMe 12,000 raised. Financial incentive realized. 10. No charges filed despite fleeing. Suggests negotiated resolution. All verifiable facts, not speculation. The pattern is documented. Here's what we know for certain. Dancing Moto was injured severely. Hospital records confirm life-threatening injuries. Road rash. Internal injuries. Broken bones. Lucky to be alive. Georgia State Patrol engaged in pursuit. Ended violently. Cruiser made contact with the downed rider. 15 seconds pinned. Screaming audible. These facts undisputed. Everything else? Interpretation. 4 months later, February 2026. Dancing Moto's still recovering. Instagram reactivated, posted photo of himself. Scars visible on left arm, skin graft healing. Walking with slight limp, alive. Caption: back to dancing soon. No mention of the chase, no mention of police, no mention of charges or lawsuits, just recovery update. Comments flooded with support, some asking about legal status. Those questions ignored. GoFundMe closed after raising $12,417. Mission accomplished. The story faded from viral consciousness, but the questions remained. Then something happened nobody expected. February 14th, 2026. Georgia State Patrol issued internal memo. Leaked to local news 3 days later. The officer whose vehicle ran over Dancing Moto, promoted. Sergeant to lieutenant. Effective immediately. Commended for professional conduct during high-risk pursuit situation. No disciplinary action. No investigation findings released. Just promotion. The memo doesn't name Dancing Moto. Doesn't mention the viral footage. Doesn't acknowledge controversy. Just standard personnel update. But the timing. 4 months after the incident. Right when public attention faded. Right when legal statute of limitations considerations begin. The promotion sends a message. We stand by our officer. The tactics were justified. The outcome was acceptable, and if you think otherwise, sue us, except nobody's suing. Dancing Moto's team went silent. Georgia State Patrol moved on. The officer got promoted. The influencer got famous. The footage got millions of views. And the truth, still pinned somewhere between those 15 seconds of screaming and the silence that followed. Here's the final twist nobody expected. Dancing Moto's following exploded. 200,000 before the crash. 600,000 after. The controversy made him famous. Viral moment translated to permanent audience. New followers don't know the context, don't care about the chase, just know him as the guy who got run over by police. Victim. Survivor. The algorithm doesn't judge, just promotes engagement. And controversy engages. So Dancing Moto's content performs better now. Dance videos get more views. Gym posts get more comments. The crash was the worst thing that happened to him, and the best thing for his career, which raises uncomfortable questions about incentives, about what influencers might risk for growth, about whether sympathy can be monetized, and whether viral moments are worth nearly dying for. So what do you think? Was Dancing Moto a victim of excessive police force? Or an influencer who planned viral content and got caught? Was the helmet cam evidence of police brutality? Or calculated content creation gone wrong? Did Georgia State Patrol use justified tactics? Or unnecessary violence? And most importantly, why did the officer get promoted 4 months later? What does that promotion mean? Official endorsement of the tactics? Message to critics? Or just coincidental timing? And why won't either side talk about it? Drop your theory in comments. Because this story divided people, police defenders versus police critics, influencer sympathizers versus accountability advocates. The helmet cam shows everything and nothing. 15 seconds of screaming, millions of views, one promotion, 0 answers. Hit subscribe because we're hunting down every viral moment where the footage raises more questions than it answers, where victims might be perpetrators, where accidents might be tactics, where careers get built on controversy, and where one deleted Instagram post might prove everything. Dancing Moto survived, got famous. The officer got promoted. The truth? Still pinned somewhere between that guardrail and the silence. You decide what that footage actually shows. Crime? Tragedy? Content? Maybe all three.